I means a lot to us because we lost in CFL just some days ago or some weeks ago. So we want to make sure to win this time. We fixed our problems and then we have a good result in the Invitational tournament.
Niels playing the counter position on the top of A. They're just going to steamroll right through anyways, but Niels, this is his chance to make an impact. Finds two, looking for more. Niels is still alive somehow, looking for a third. He gets it.
This CFSIO means a lot to us because we want to win the title 3 times in a row, and we're very happy.
The last 2 rounds didn't quite work out too well for them. JWoww swings wide and mid, can't find anything, gets taken down by...
I think the most unique team is Penta Sports because they always play a bit crazy and a bit random, and for us it's unpredictable where they're gonna push and what they're gonna do, so it's gonna be Penta.
A half second too late on the rotation, catches none of it, but Terror on the back of side has already found 2. Terror, he finds a third here. Terror gets the quad kill.
I thank you to all who supports Lazarus and our players and our team. Thank you very much. And our goal is of course to win. That's the only goal you have.
Waiting for the support, tries to get some late round damage here. Penguin slides in.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone who is cheering for us, and I personally will make sure that we won't let you guys down again, and we're gonna win this tournament.
I've been playing Crossfire for 10 years now. I'm 26 years old.
Penguin sneaks through the smoke, a collateral spray down. Penguin, he didn't even mean to get the second one there.
Yeah, CFSIO is actually important as a title for this year. We need to win this one. It's pretty important for us.
On mid as well, but look at this trade on long. It's going to be up to JWoww, who gets the first. JWoww gets the second.
I have a lot of scenes we all played insane, so we all were crazy.
V2 has to swing quickly. Horse, good for a first. Can he be 17-8 with the round victory for his team? He's played the timer perfectly. Horse, he's going to be able to do it. Horse, 17-8.
To be honest, I want to win all the teams. I want to take first place. So there is no specific team. I want to win all.
And he's going to find a chance, but Booker takes him out. On the other side of that, Booker going to find a first here. Booker going to find a second. Booker.
So I'd like to thank all of them. And for the CFSI, I think we'll win it easily and will not disappoint any of them.
Of course, JWoww, a lot of pressure coming from all of them in this half so far, but it's Alucard who gets the first this time around. Jin.
But I would like to thank them all. And our resolution for the CFSI, I guess we are coming here to win the CFSI. I don't think we want to lose this one.
Yeah, I think everyone who follows Crossfire knows me already, and yeah, I'm playing for Penta Sports since I think it's 2.5 years right now, and yeah, we're trying to win the upcoming tournament.
Terror, he finds a third here. Terror gets the quad kill. Why not? Terror and Chills left to try and do something here, but it doesn't seem too likely. Terror gets it down to 3 players.
It means a lot, I think, for everybody. It's a tournament where everybody from Europe, MENA region comes together, try to, be the best they can and try to win and get, the trophy back home.
It means honor, and we want to prove that we're even stronger with our new lineup.
Which team? I want to beat everyone. There's no specific team.
It's going to be on Rain. He has the perfect lineup here, the double kill and the bomb, looking to take this one over towards B. Jin spots Penguin underneath, can't finish the job, finally.
That's gonna be TeamMyth, because somehow we are very good with TeamMyth. They're like very, well, not say friends, but they're good enemies. We always like to laugh with them, but we also really want to beat them because they're probably the one that comes to us the most head-to-head from every enemy. So that's going to be TeamMyth.
V2 has to swing quickly. Horse, good for a first. Can he be 17-8 with the round victory for his team? He's played the timer perfectly. Horse, he's going to be able to do it. Horse, 17-8.
Yeah, there are some people who follow me along the years in Crossfire, and yeah, I really like to thank them for their continuous support and yeah, their good words and stuff.
Welcome back, guys. We are here after that break, and we are jumping into the second match here after Penta Sports. We're just barely able to take out Lazarus in the first one. Now they have to go up against TeamMyth.
TeamMyth waiting up here. Of course, from the group stage, just a single round better compared to Penta. So I think this is really deserving for Penta in a way for them to come up. But this is the real deal. You lose here, you get knocked out. You don't go to that best of 5 against Anubis. This is the real battleground between the two teams. It's going to be another very close match, I feel like. Penta, they've got that momentum from the first match. They're warmed up already. TeamMyth, hope they're warmed up for Penta because they were getting a lot of kills, especially FaZe, who's on fire right now.
Yeah, I think if you're TeamMyth, kind of like Niels said, unfortunately, Niels and Lazarus, they are out now, but he had some words of wisdom in the original interview. He said, it's actually easier to go through all the different matches, through the gauntlet, and have that warm-up underneath you. So TeamMyth, they're like, you know, we didn't have that much practice, and now we got to face a FaZe that's looking like that. I don't know if you could feel too confident, so got to hope for their sake that they have some way to challenge him.
But still, you had to practice games and practice in your practice games, so it's not like you have cold hands before you go into the fight. It's just that you are not in the mood or the perfect sense in the actual tournament game.
Well, guys, we have Penta Sports. Let's introduce them once again.
He has the perfect lineup here, the double kill to try and stall this one out. Terror, good for one, good for two. Terror stuck on the back line, 10 seconds. Terror, he finds a third here. Terror gets
And here you can see their stats so far at the CFS IO 2022 EUMENA. FaZe has been on top. He's getting about a kill per round, and he has been carrying quite a bit here. The entire team doing well behind him, but he's definitely been the most obvious player.
And very unpredictable compared to day 1 and 2. They changed their playstyle again. Oh, super chill right there. Someone's having some comfort time right now. But especially Rain, who has been coming out from GR, sneaking into the enemy base nearby, but not really getting that many kills. That has been somewhat of a give and take. More of a minus so far, I want to say. But if that actually becomes a positive factor for the team, this team can do so much better.
We'll have to wait and see, but now let's introduce their opponents, TeamMyth.
trade on long. It's going to be up to JWoww, who gets the first. JWoww gets the second. Wide open for TeamMyth. Bought the cross here. It's not going to matter. Booker finds one. Booker, Horse, he's going to be able to do it. Horse!
And there you can see TeamMyth, what they have been able to accomplish. Definitely a very well-rounded team, but especially yesterday, I think we saw their true power.
And their true power might not be 100% of what they have shown before. That's what's scary about this team. When it comes to the playoff time, they play like real team. Plus, their shots are so accurate. And it's not, of course, the key player is Horus, but the entire team, by the way, his chart is, except for the survival, because oftentimes he is the entry frag for the team.
Yeah.
His charts, going off the roof.
Absolutely. He is...
Oh, he's calling for a 2-0. You saw it. You saw that.
He was trying to do 2-0, but it showed as 0-2 from our angle, but we'll forgive him. We know what he means. Maybe he's saying 0-2 for Penta Sports. Could happen, and I don't know. I think it's really going to come down to if TeamMyth are ready to like jump right in and not get caught out. But you know, it depends on how warmed up they are and ready to go.
Let's see what they have to hear. Of course, before Myth, I believe we are going to interview Penta first. Yeah.
Ready? We'll have that eventually when we do get the call that it is ready. But yeah, curious to hear especially what they have to say about that last one. So let's go into that interview now with Penta Sports. Hello, Rain. Once again, congratulations on winning in that first round. How does it feel to take the win there in the first round against Lazarus?
Yeah, obviously we're pretty happy about that. We knew that we are stronger than them, obviously, but yeah, we had to struggle out some rounds. We had some bad rounds on the first map, especially, but we always came back. We made it always close, and yeah, we'll fight for this game now, and we'll fight for the win, obviously.
Yeah, some close games, of course, but you made it here now. Immediately, you have to get back into the game against TeamMyth now. What do you think of the opponent, and what do you think is the strength of TeamMyth?
I think their strength is that they have good individual players, but I think that, yeah, if we get them off guard or even be on our point in our A game, we'll have a great chance to beat them.
Okay, Rain. Well, we'll definitely be looking forward to your guys' performance, and best of luck in the next round. Thank you for the interview.
Much love.
Always good to hear from him, as he is obviously very happy, but he knows there's still a road to go.
Yeah, I think he still expected to beat Lazarus with better of a score. Of course, we did go nearly to the extra round. It was 10-8, 10-8, 10-7. So, yeah, lots of close games. Lazarus almost had it too, I'd say, but Penta just clutching towards the end. And let's see what TeamMyth is actually thinking after looking at that match, because I'm pretty sure they have something to say.
They definitely have something to say. Let's hear from TeamMyth in their interview. Hello, Alucard. Once again, congratulations on making it to second place here. You guys did just take a look at Penta versus Lazarus. What's your impression coming into this match? Are you guys confident?
Yeah, we're very confident. To be honest, I didn't think Penta would win against Lazarus, because Lazarus know how to actually play against Penta, but they surprised us and won against them. But we're still very prepared to win against Penta, and we'll do it.
Yep. Now that Penta is up against you, with the big surprise, of course, are you guys feeling ready? What did you think about FaZe, his performance in match 1?
I mean, FaZe is one of the best snipers in EU. I think he was the reason Penta won against Lazarus today. Forty couldn't keep up with him, but we know how to counter FaZe, and we're ready for it.
Okay, Alucard, I'll let you prepare for the match then. Thank you for the interview, and best of luck in the match.
Thank you.
Well, he said it.
We know how to counter FaZe.
FaZe.
That's very important when you're fighting against him.
That's a strong statement. Sometimes even if you know, you just can't. Let's see if they are 100% ready because, yeah, Alucard, he is the sniper of the team. And he seemed very confident of what they were supposed to do. And he also said that FaZe was the reason why, Penta won against Lazarus. We could feel that too, of course, but after seeing that match, sometimes if the guy's having their day, he just cannot be stopped. I feel like FaZe can actually carry that momentum into the second match today.
Yeah, so if they feel like they can counter FaZe specifically, but also they expected Lazarus to win as, the stronger team in their mind, they must be feeling very confident coming into this match, and I think that Alucard certainly gave off that impression in the interviews, so maybe a 2-0 incoming, I don't know. I mean, TeamMyth, they were incredibly strong yesterday against Lazarus, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what their form is like today.
This is possibly the most exciting EUMENA so far because before we had 2 strong teams, 3 strong teams, expected scores of each match, but now, right now, with 4 teams all being strong, every single match, even during the commercial break, we go back to the back room and then staff. Everyone's asking us, like, what do you think is going to happen next match? Like, are you expecting not really a 2-0, it's always a 2-1 for which team? So that's the expectation that everyone's having from the studio too. So very close games so far.
Yeah, you can see that so far in this tournament, Penta was actually able to take a 2-0 victory over TeamMyth. TeamMyth did say that they weren't really feeling great on that day. They didn't feel like their best performance was on that first day. You can see also that they have a higher diffused percentage, so maybe playing a little bit of that Lazarus style.
Yeah, they're retakes, and usually they get info, especially towards Ankara A-top. They also went back with the information and went back with the retake oftentimes. I think that's the reason why they do have lots of diffuses. Penta, of course, they're more of predictable, just shot power, fiery style into the site. So that's the reason why they had their percentage for kill finish is a lot higher.
Let's take a look at the bans here to start us off. As 1 ban for Port. We're just not going to see that here maybe until the best of 5. As Penta decide to take that one away. Will we see the sub-base ban is my next question. No, it'll be a Black Widow ban. So TeamMyth, they say no more of this Black Widow nonsense. We want to play on sub-base.
Sub-base!
And it's happening for set 1.
Sub-base it is. I'm getting pumped as we only got to see 1 single map of sub-base in the first 2 days.
I know you're a big fan, G-Clef.
And I believe it was one of the most one-sided games, actually.
It was Penta.
Let's see if it happens again because it's set 1. I'm pretty sure all the players are already ready to go.
They came in with a very strong, aggressive style, and the enemy team could not keep up with them. So curious to see if they can repeat that. And yeah, we're just testing right now to make sure everything is clean and ready to go so that we can have a nice, straight-up best of 3.
Best of 3. Oh, really hoping that this goes all the way. Because right now, the evenly matched, and also there's another team watching from the top. That's Anubis Gaming. Oh, they're saying, okay. Starting from the beginning, Anubis has been saying TeamMyth is probably going to be our opponent of the entire tournament. Let's see if that actually comes true. Or Penta beating 1, beating 2, going to the grand finals. That might actually... there's a good chance that might actually happen too. TeamMyth, depending on the conditions of TeamMyth, in a few rounds, I think we'll be able to tell if they're actually like right on the page, ready to defeat Penta Sports or not.
Yeah, there were a couple of things that TeamMyth did well, I think, individually. Alucard was very good at kind of fulfilling the role of I'm going to be the rogue sniper, look for the angle, get the pick off, and go from there. So if he comes in with that confidence, which he did show in the interview, but we'll have to see his play, I think they'll benefit a lot from that. And also, I think that Penguin is more of like the leader of this team, but he did have some moments where he wasn't performing well, but when he did perform well, they looked really insane.
Yeah, there are. I also wanted to point that before we go into the match. Other members like JWoww, well, there were lots of big moments, at least double, triple kills. But Penguin, oftentimes, especially in certain maps, he was very quiet, having as low as maybe 0.6 KD. So I think if Penguin is able to step up, I don't think they will have much problem defeating Penta today.
Yeah, you know, Horus and Booker have been pretty insane. JWoww is great as well, as you mentioned. So for them, if they just continue with that level, they'll be pretty good, I would assume. I'm also curious about the answer to FaZe, you know? Are they going to go for a more aggressive style, try to throw smokes in his face, try to isolate him, or will they try to identify where he is and fight, you know, in the opposite side of the map? Or are they just going to send Alucard after him and say, win the 1v1 and get him out of the game?
So that has been the original. Just work on FaZe. Let's see what he does. He's more of a traditional sit on one spot and moving in slightly one step at a time sniper. But when you think of FaZe, there's Chills on the other hand, who's just actively moving around the map. So you don't know. Okay, that's a sniper. You don't know which sniper it is at that split second until you actually tag the ID or get the kill. And oftentimes, Chills, he's just running around the map. Sub-base a lot less likely, especially from the BL side.
Yeah.
But when there are two snipers, especially from that B side, it's sometimes really hard to penetrate.
Yeah, so that is the expectation. Sub-base is very interesting to see how this is going to happen. But let's jump into sub-base. It looks like the map is ready, so let's go into that right now. And here we are, off to the races, right into this one, as TeamMyth will be starting off on the Blacklist side. You'll notice that they don't have a great win rate on sub-base, but either way, we'll have to see if they can turn that around here, whereas Penta Sports, of course, with some big wins on this map.
As both teams starting pretty quiet. I was maybe expecting some machine room action from Penta Sports, especially given that they already had all the action before in the previous match. But here, Jin taking a whole lot of damage right now. Oh, wow, JWoww actually taking a whole lot of damage. Jin, there's that smoke, but Jin really could not bring one down.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he gets headshotted while trying to exit AC.
Yeah, that's the Jin spot that we've been noting multiple times, but not today, not in this round at least. So nice little pick off, and here comes a flash that hits Booker.
Yeah, misflashed.
They're like, maybe not. Maybe never mind.
That might actually
go that way.
be better for the team because where Rain's spot right there, it's an unexpected spot. No one usually just stays right there off the box. So I think that flash might have saved the team in a way.
Terror is out here, and he trades a kill. Very strange, but he gets some nice information and says, hey, there are a couple of guys right there in the middle.
Rain around the corner, Booker damage. There's that headshot through. But B site is still being guarded by Chills, entering the lockers. 3 men spotted. There's that information. Everyone should be coming towards that B for backup immediately. FaZe ready with the shot. Alucard has shot it. Chills still alive. Only Penguin on top.
And Penguin, he's going to try to pull off the miracle. Picks up another.
Only FaZe. Both low in HP.
20 seconds. He has the bomb.
FaZe knowing that. Holding a pistol. But Penguin outplays him. 3 kills. And that's a first round for TeamMyth.
Now that's just one round, but that is a great sign for TeamMyth because Penta Sports had all the information. Yes, they were down a member in Jin, as now Jin's going to get his revenge here in the same spot. But the fact that FaZe was looking there, Chills was looking there, and they were still able to penetrate in there and get the win there with Penguin with the clutch, that is great information, or great news for TeamMyth and their chances.
For sure. Chills not knowing that they have already made their entrance towards AC. Terror's got him covered from the side, but AC is totally lost because Penta, they do have 2 on the bottom. They do feel it's pretty safe to stay at A site. But Terra's covering too many angles from the top B. This doesn't usually happen because once you have entrance from hallway, it's hard to shoot.
Horus gets it, but they might not know that Rain is in the bait spot. Comes out, picks off 1. But now it is Alucard, who is up against 2. FaZe still alive, so you never know what's going to happen.
As it is 1-2-2. There's that grenade. Perfect way to counter. And a win with a pistol.
Okay. It's Alucard, one of the best snipers, and he just grenades and pistols you to death, 1v2. Maybe he wants us to stop talking about FaZe, start talking about him.
Alucard, what a bold move. After killing FaZe, just runs into the rifle.
Was that grenade kill 7, by the way?
Yeah, 6, I believe.
6? Okay.
The most
kind of
grenade,
insane.
Yeah, the most amount of grenade kills already. I believe we had 4, maybe 5 yesterday.
Yeah.
Already on to number 6 in 2 best of 3s. Oh, Booker waiting for an action because we did see a lot of FaZe trying to go for the kill here, extending into the BL side. Jin baiting. Oh, Rain could not really deliver much. It was actually Jin that got the headshot kill.
It's unfortunate, but oh, look at that. Booker steps out a little bit farther than expected, and he's the one to pick up the kill on the FaZe.
And Horus steps out, tries from the side, shows immediately going down. Now, this is a big problem for Penta, only having 2. Which sides they actually want to guard? Have one at A bottom, and another Terra trying to go near the cage. Is that the right move? It is. But how many can Jin handle? Oh, 0. It is. C4 is coming down. Only Terra Elite left.
Yep, he's just going to go down. Just another kill to come in after the grenade does a bit of damage. So now that is 3-0 already for TeamMyth. And, I mean, very one-sided. FaZe is going to pick it off. A nice little aggression through the machine room. But trading kills back and forth. FaZe picks up another snipe.
Good change of pace after losing 3 in a row. Penta, they knew that something had to happen. Push into the machine room with the sniper guarding the rifles right next to him. It's a good idea. 2CC4 dropped at the entrance of machine room. Still it's near BL base. But Jin, does he have the angle from the side? There's that headshot.
Horus has to kill 2. He nearly takes out FaZe, but actually isn't able to land any of the bullets, but he had the angle. Rain is able to help out there, and that's going to be the first round win for Penta. Nice change of pace, as you mentioned, trying to put on the aggression.
I think that really helped going into the machine room. Of course, FaZe did a lot of work in the beginning, but the angle coverage was much better for Penta in that round. Yeah, TeamMyth after that big aggression, well, better take some time off and make sure, Alucard knows, okay? Jin just like to come out all the time. I should be looking into that angle. But not just Jin, it is also FaZe. Oh, the timing's just not perfect for either one of them.
Yeah.
But it can come down any time. Of course, now TeamMyth rotating towards the B site. They do have some initial information that I believe there was a flash towards the machine room at the beginning.
Terror's just doing a song and a dance over here. He's going to spot Horus. Bit of damage, but not much else. But he's kind of been holding point there. Going to be looking for JWoww. Looks away at the wrong timing. And now Chills is also going to go down. Looking pretty good on the entrance here from TeamMyth.
B site totally controlled by TeamMyth. 3 members. Penta, they're lost. They want to think about their re-entry going around into the hallway. But it's already taken away because of JWoww. Let's see, all 3 members back in the cage.
It's not going to be easy for Penta.
killing the locker angle at least with that smoke.
Rain wins the battle over here. Now Penguin and Alucard have to cover this one as Horus is going to spray a couple of them down and just finish both of them off. Alucard was still there on top of the bomb. And that's another big round win here for TeamMyth.
So far, TeamMyth really handling Penta about their strategy, not really going for a room at all, because remember the games yesterday, Penta, they got so much work done towards the A room, especially not just Jin in this position. They used this information to leave the B side open and have control over the A side. That was their win equation for Penta. TeamMyth, they watched all of that. So not really pushing towards A side at all. Buying some time, smoking the angle, making sure they're pretending like they're jumping into that. When you smoke, it's a smoke. It's a sign that you're just going to jump into that A road. But instead, they're buying so much time, forcing some rotation off of B site.
Yeah. Pretty balanced, pretty patient here from TeamMyth, and now they challenge Jin again.
Wow. TeamMyth, they're so ready for Penta today.
I mean, they've had their number every single round, basically. Rain is here in the bait spot, kind of in the off angle you were talking about before, but again, they are not going to challenge it. Here comes the rotation back.
After taking down Jin, they know there's an opening towards the AC. That's where Chills will strike, but the angle is not. Oh, JWoww misses that shot, unfortunately.
How did he miss that? That was like the freest kill, but Chills moved so quickly past him that JWoww was like, oh.
I think he was also surprised because Jin was supposed to be there. He's down. There's supposed to be no one at the smoke.
It was definitely a interesting timing.
A very unexpected move by Chills.
Okay, Booker is he's trying to get that info. Spots one of them, and now here they come. Rain is going to take one with him at least.
But there's a cover from Horus. And after the members are gone from a bottom, they know. And Chills, that's why he's hiding right here. Myth, they don't know. They think this is a free entry, but Chills a little too late and flashed at the perfect time.
That is one of those bait spots. And now Terror and FaZe, a couple of guys that have been pulling it together for Penta. They're going to have to do it again. Not a very easy clutch angle here. Although...
Ooh, that's spicy. Alucard, he was ready. He was getting ready with that pistol. Okay, good flash. And Terror makes it down at the perfect.
FaZe has got to go too. Terror spotted and he's down. And now they can 2v1, but FaZe gets the flick. And now the angle here. He's going to try to get one flick. Booker waiting for the time, but he gets it. And I think he's got it. I think he's just barely got it.
Yes.
Oh, 0.1. He's just barely got it. FaZe, they said they were ready for him, but I don't know. I don't think anybody can be ready for that.
He's keeping Penta together in one piece so far. Without him, that could have been, if it becomes 5-1, and that came down in the step 1, step 2, step 3 strategy from TeamMyth. And if they won that round, they would be thinking, okay, what we have prepared, our homework, we did it, it's working, okay, we should win this match. But that is not the same. Even if we have the strategy, we have to stop FaZe. That's something else that they haven't prepared for the day.
Yeah. And that would have been 5-1.
Yeah.
I mean, TeamMyth would have been mentally and obviously just in score so far ahead of Penta if they could have just taken that one, but FaZe will just keep it all together.
Yeah, still TeamMyth as sub-base, still maps in favor of for GR instead of BL. 4 is already a lot of rounds to begin with.
Yeah. And let's see. I mean, TeamMyth have really been putting a lot of time into finding the angle of attack. They haven't really gone for any big rushes like we saw out of Lazarus, so they're really trying to pick and pull here at Penta Sports before they make their maneuver. Waiting until the last moment.
Yeah, Chills, the initial shot did miss.
Jin is just not able to hold that angle right now, but Terror certainly able to hold his. Runs out of bullets, though, so can only do so much. Here's the rotation. Rain able to pick up one.
Penguin at the same spot, does not win against Rain. The long range phase is ready. Alucard there. There's that sniper fight with Rain's help on the side.
They're gonna charge him. The flick isn't good. And the pistol is not gonna be good either. They came from above and below. And just like that, Penta with a couple of rounds to keep it interesting.
Yeah, phase, knowing the mindset of a sniper with 100% jump to move the aim farthest away from your teammate. That was well handled, charging into him after missing the first shot. Basically gave them a win there. Oh, Lucard, not 100% ready.
JWoww just like cocked his weapon, he's like, yeah, let's go, and then he just immediately gets sniped.
Yeah, after losing that A bottom against FaZe, TeamMyth, they're starting to move out of their papers. Their step 1 to 3, it's coming in a little faster. Not much in detail. Maybe FaZe will become the biggest obstacle of the tournament here.
He just needs a little bit of support from his friends. And I think he can pull the weight of 2 people, to be honest. Like, the amount of 1v2 clutches, 1v3 clutches that we've seen out of him.
And also Rain doing a lot better on this map so far.
Yeah.
7 and 5. And that's why TeamMyth, they need to switch it up. Understanding that B will be an easier sight. Brings down Chills.
So that's one sniper, potentially. Not sure if he actually had the AWM, but...
Alucard, bold move to go in here. As the head up, you know, Terror has to be somewhere around here. In hiding spot.
Oh! He got the flick. Horus actually had the jump on him, but Terror's able to win the firefight. Headshot here from Penguin to try to shore it up, but...
2-3, and the other 2 coming around the corner, into the locker. And up to Alucard, 2v1. But C4 down at the stairs. Rain.
Well, he knows where one of them is. He might just go for the kills here. There's only 20 seconds. There's one.
Got one.
Oh! Rain. Okay. 9 and 5 now for Rain. He is able to clutch himself, he says. And a really nicely done job there. Penta Sports have clawed their way back. It wasn't looking good.
But here, a big approach from Penta, not the second time. TeamMyth not going to fall from what they have failed last time in the 4th round. And Penta 3 in a row now. Rotation seems okay. TeamMyth going all the way back to their base. Might be thinking of approaching in from the air duct plus a road into the AC. With this much pressure from Machine Room, which they know, JWoww's keeping in check if anyone's jumping through the window or not. Don't really see anyone, so he's going to challenge himself and go in.
Oh man. He is a sneaky JWoww, comes right in behind them both. And he picks up one, Horus gets the other.
I think Rain was supposed to look at the angle, look at that entrance where JWoww entered.
Pistol battle! And Alucard, he's actually going to win here against FaZe.
That final bullet does the job. Rain and Jin, just 2 members left from Penta. Penguin's going out all over the place today.
Yeah, he's going even, you know. It's not bad. And that's what we asked from him in order to help out his team. So TeamMyth will get this entry into A pretty freely. Jin low on health with a pistol and a dream. End at M4.
Horus just spraying through the smoke, saying, oh, if you want to come, you can come. But we have 3 of us.
Oh, nice little angle here, nearly able to take down JWoww, but not able to do it. That is going to be the headshot coming in from JWoww. Little cherry on top for them. So 5 rounds on Blacklist here for TeamMyth. It's still looking pretty good for them.
4 or 5 for TeamMyth would have been okay too, but they're taking more rounds from Blacklist. Now let's see, Penta, they will love to open some ground, especially this angle, what you just saw on the screen 2 seconds ago. This AC connector where Jin is supposed to be grabbing a lot more kills, which is not happening because of strategies and position that TeamMyth prepared against Penta today.
Booker tried to take that timing when they were spamming through these doors to poke his head out and maybe catch them unawares, but he actually lost to Rain, who is taking another step up, you know? His level of play is really impressing so far here on sub-base. It's part of the reason why Penta Sports are coming back, but here comes JWoww. He tries to do the same, but Rain will take him down too.
Notice that A bottom should be empty. Taking careful measures before going into that bomb site. Penguin is already down to the side, but Smokes will be covering the angles. But not fully going down because they do have Terror. They want to match it at the same time.
Now's a good timing for him to come in. They're not going to have any idea. Alucard will go down, and the flank is successful. FaZe even gets Horus here, so Penguin, with barely any health, has to pull off a miracle.
And B-side plant, the duo is still up here. And knowing that Penguin's pretty much low HP, FaZe will just pistol this one out.
Yeah.
Needs a miracle.
You gotta go.
Sweeping
17 seconds.
Sweeping through the place. Don't really see anyone. There's Terror, but immediately shot down. Penguin did not save the team. Now we are again matched 5-5. Very close game so far today.
Yeah, definitely a good start here. You can see that the sub-base win rate much better so far here at this tournament for Penta Sports. So they do have the numbers to back them up, but TeamMyth, Alucard said they had an answer, so curious to continue to see what they have planned.
And from TeamMyth, no machine room pressure. And that's also something that Penta Sports so far in their BL rounds has been focusing on. Surprisingly, not as much. Of course, Jin will be here, but usually with the help of FaZe on the back. Looking at the windows sniper angle. But instead, they're looking much more into the machine room and the hallway.
That's a free kill for JWoww. Sees where the flash is coming from. They spot Rain as well, and Terror takes a big chunk, so good defense so far from TeamMyth as Terror moves in. They're able to isolate Horus, and a couple of kills now to Chills. As FaZe is getting it work done, Alucard only able to get one, and this is good for Penta. A clean entry and win there.
I think that was almost 4 kills from Chills, and with the help of FaZe to get the entire team down. Yeah, angles were just not covered. Really good flashes all over the board. Oh, this is... Oh. Yeah, did fire in a mistake, possibly, but Alucard got them covered. Oh, and Rain striking from the top.
Jumping in, picks up the one. JWoww with a couple now, but
I understand that this is the angle, and it's really great when you get the kill, but what about the rest of the map?
No, only these doors, G-Cliff.
What about A site and Machine Room MP?
No.
They're having too much fun. Oh, and a quick movement into A bottom. They do have C4.
This is gonna work.
But TeamMyth, they do have JWoww, so this is very likely that they know they're already in A site.
Well, they know now, since it's not B. And JWoww is barely alive, so maybe he will be the distractor and have his teammates come in from AC.
Yeah, but JWoww doesn't really use the sniper gun. Not willing to swap guns with Alucard.
They gotta get in there. JWoww's trying to distract them.
Whoa, only 10 seconds.
Yeah, there's only
They might not have enough
seconds.
time.
I mean, you gotta go in. The distraction, it works for now, but now you need to defuse. And he is going to get the kill, but is the defuse on time?
Oh,
no.
Alucard did.
The answer is no. And that is just the bomb exploding. Penta Sports now 7-5. 3 in a row for them.
So we did not get to see on the screen, but I think what happened was Alucard, if he went for the defuse, trusting onto his teammate, I think the defuse comes through.
It was close.
But I think he started to defuse a little, just in case Horus goes down. But it was going to be exploding in a few seconds anyhow. So that decision making for Alucard just a little late, and even before that, the entrance was way too late too.
Yeah. They waited like 1 or 2 seconds too long. And the strategy worked with the distraction, but...
Their shots were good, but still, Penta Sports, they won the game.
Alucard able to tag. He's got a little bit of help, but they're just falling around him. As Penguin may be the only one to do something. Alucard does get a couple of kills now. Nice little flick on the aggression. Maybe this is TeamMyth fighting back as Chill's trying to isolate, but he will go down as well. Alucard, I think he picked up 4.
Yes, I
on
counted
the round.
4 too.
Jeez.
I'll make it up, guys. We lost the round, but next round.
That's a scary player.
TeamMyth first round really served as the second. Oh, and a aggressive push down. 3 members, almost 4 members on that same angle.
I like that play. Trying to take advantage of something you've seen so many times from the enemy. It's Rain not able to tap on the head there.
Yeah, Rain also spotted. Yeah, with this many smokes, has to be a B attack. Just one coming down from the AC. Penguin actually going into the smoke. Chills. Will he be able to know he goes down? Horus double kill.
Face.
He gets 1, 2 with the pistol, but there are members coming from back and forth.
Not this time. It looks cool though, the 2 kills that he got, but his team not able to support enough.
And his pistol, his aim is so smooth. Onto the right target every single time.
What's his DPI? I'm curious.
Most of these guys are pretty high on DPI. And that matches the score 7-7. As FaZe 15-9, Rain 14-10. And with that, Penta still not letting go of Machine Room completely. Chills. Not really acting in the same manner as he did in the match before. As from, of course, from sub base, from PL, having 2 snipers. I don't think we've ever seen that. Maybe once. AC control, but double A bottom plus Penguin covered.
Yeah, they were covering just from A. Spotted him sneaking in through the vents. And this push is relatively cut off. FaZe looking through the window, trying to support now, though. As they're in here in AC, and JWoww is able to go through as it is chaos in there. But at the end of the day, it is going to be TeamMyth who clean up the kills. The defense is solid.
It's quite hectic up on AC right there. But because TeamMyth, they still had 2 members down at A bottom, they were pretty confident that they can defend A site. And looking at that AC angle was the key. And not going out from the shutter was another. Because that connector was gone, and Jin will respond against Booker. 2 headshots already. But with some more damage, FaZe cannot land this second shot.
Here comes JWoww. He's done this before. Chills is just waiting for it. Almost expecting the push once again. And now it's Horus's turn to push through the doors, not able to land the spray.
Oh no. That was going to be the moment of TeamMyth coming back into the round. It's some damage, but no headshots or kill. And Alucard marked by Jin did drop, and that's a kill. Booker will be alone A site. Might not know because of that.
Good play there from Terror. Able to just drag it onto him, and that's 4 against 0, surviving at the end there. So once again, we're down to the wire. This is what we expected from today. All these EUMENA teams just so evenly matched.
8-8 is the number now. Penta was losing big at the beginning, 1-3, almost 1-4. But after swapping sides, TeamMyth, their GR defense has been okay sometimes, but oftentimes broke through from Penta's side first. Most of the time it has been a site. And good, ready, boosted up here early on.
Yeah, he's just trying to stifle this.
Second person to duel. Rain will actually win that fight now.
Terror is here this time. Thought this was Jin without looking at the name, but it's Terror.
It is Jin's spot.
Yeah, he's just borrowing it.
There he is. Checking out the hallway. No one at that angle. Both of TeamMyth actually just watching Shutter. Pace jumping back and forth, making sure Lucart can't really catch him. Lucart actually in AC. Going down A bottom now. Double A bottom. I think this is what a TeamMyth has prepared for the day.
Well, it's going to work for now. Alucard starts off with a nice little snipe. Terror having the left angle, jumping around the other side, trying to trick him. It's not going to work.
Alucard.
FaZe is alive, though. FaZe is able to take down the ace from the side of TeamMyth.
FaZe spotted. Can't go down with the C4 at all. Rain already making his way over to AC.
That was unfortunate. Not spotting him there in the corner. And FaZe, yep, he's just going to come over here to B.
Alone, but full HP. And up on top. He will at least need a single kill here. Misses the first shot. All 3 of them near Shutter. Spotted. He's moving back away from the bomb. This is not safe.
Oh! They gotta take him out, right? Oh man, another headshot! You gotta be kidding me!
This is the locker plant, so he has to go back. Horace gets the kill! And plenty of time for the defuse. This was a dangerous round.
That was
for
close.
TeamMyth.
That was very close to FaZe 1v3ing. The plant was perfect too, because he was able to retreat to that spot where he could cover it perfectly. The guy is a madman.
TeamMyth, map point. Boosting up to the lights. Yeah, but I personally also like the second light spot, because first lighting spot, the angle is much harder to actually shoot.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you have one guy who agrees with you.
I think TeamMyth is thinking this, okay, it's been a while they pushed Machine Room. It has been like basically for the last 4 or 5 rounds in a row, AC or A Road, taking some pressure off A Stairs, but not actually coming down. And they do have a pretty good read. Penta Sports slowly rotating towards Machine. It is not just the light boost. JWoww is actually staying here after boosting his teammate. Oh, never mind. He's going back to the hallway at a critical moment. And
he is at least nearby. Here we go. And that's going to be the 1 kill. Horace pops down, spamming through, nearly takes out Terror with him. And the bait spot works perfectly.
And with much damage onto Terror, and about half HP left, he does manage to escape. The boost worked out nicely. JWoww looking at hallway, and Rain trying to do some damage, some painful work from the side, but his teammates can't really go into the lockers. FaZe tried to do something by peeking out for a split second, but not getting a kill.
The timing of this rotation, it might be red. They have Penguin coming down to A bottom to help out. They're going to have 2 people here. And FaZe is not part of this push.
Booker already moving away.
Okay.
Flash.
Oh, Penguin huge, but Rain as well. A huge headshot on the entry.
And they know that there's at least one coming from the air duct. Only spotted a few down A bottom.
I think Daywell's going all the way around in the air duct. And, okay, they're going to get him, but now... Oh, a headshot from the top. This is looking good for TeamMyth. Just Terror alive. And all the flashes are coming out. He's so low. One shot would do it, and that's going to be it. Horus picks up his 21st kill and will pick up the round for TeamMyth and the victory.
And what a rotation, and the patience from TeamMyth. They put a lot of men actually not towards AC because they know 100% Penta would be focusing onto AC from A road.
TeamMyth this time going to be starting here on the blacklist once again. So we've seen some crazy compound plays. We saw 10-8 here in the first series as well.
And this is usually how you start from the BL side. You send your sniper there just to check. Usually if a rifler goes there alone, we'll be going down to a position holding sniper from the GR side oftentimes. But not this game. Penta has to really think about a different strategy against TeamMyth. And taking this slow for now, and the position actually to be almost the 2B bottom. And just checking A long with a bait spot.
Yeah. We got a couple of guys looking mid. Chills is staring down the middle, trying to see if anyone's going over to those double pillars. But other than that, just a lot of shots spammed through here. TeamMyth taking it one step at a time.
As you can see Penta, they are giving a lot of open room. Both actually down near the server. Yeah, you would have this position if you have no angle covered from the GR base, but they actually have another member from GR base, that's Chills, looking at the entrance.
And let's see how they eventually decide to attack into this, because they have really just waited until 30 seconds, and now they're going to rush in from mid to B, it looks like. And Chills able to start off with the first snipe. FaZe still available. Chills with a second kill, as Terror is helping out on the defense here, but Booker with the big spray. A couple of kills in a row, as now 2v3. 11 seconds. You don't have much time. This is what happens when you wait this long, but Alucard with the bomb, he's going to put it down.
But after he puts it down, immediately Rain is already here with his teammate Terror. Picking up the first round. TeamMyth, they waited, but it's only the first round. I think they wanted to really see where the defensive position was from A site and B site.
Yeah. You can see the win rate here on Compound. This is for Blacklist and Global Risk specifically. TeamMyth having a little bit of trouble here on the Blacklist side, but Penta pretty strong.
Okay. Oh, here we go, FaZe. Ready in that position, boosted up with his teammate.
Yeah. Just fighting them straight up. I mean, just spraying them down, right? Penta sniping them here as Alucard's like, oh man, where'd my team go? I guess I should try and find out. As Penta Sports now, a couple of wins under their belt. A great start for them.
Yeah, let's smoke sprayed down JWoww. Gets a whole lot of damage with no kills so far. That's one. Booker will find another through the smoke. Actually, Jin came out from A long.
Here comes, I think, Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always Rain. He is going
He was not spotted.
all the way around here.
But is it too far?
He's like, yeah, let's go attack A long. No. And TeamMyth decide, well, let's go somewhere else, I suppose. Chills still extremely low. He's going to pop out here and get some value out of it. Another headshot with the pistol. This guy's popping off.
5-1 already in 3 rounds. Rain. Let's have some angle. Okay, there's the kill. C4 right next to him. Penguin. He's been having a pretty good day so far. But can he bring down 1v3? At least holding C4 plus. He's got plenty of time. 110.
I like this. He's backing off, expecting aggression. And he's just waiting for them to charge him. This could definitely pay off, especially if he hears them or spots them on their way out. Not sure that he did.
And Penta spread it apart, knowing that they are somewhat low HP. Pace. Even with a rifle, this is his trait. He can't...
I think he heard him.
Yeah, Penguin did. There was a metal sound.
He's like, well, I guess I gotta go up the stairs.
Go up the stairs, but only 20 seconds. He has to find the kill, plus get one more.
Yep. He can run straight in, though. He's got to be quick.
Thought about B-side for a split second. Rain. Wrapped around from double pillars, now into the nest.
It's time to plant the bomb.
Oh, saw Penguin.
Ooh. He's taking too much damage.
But 3 seconds.
I think he's a little late. Oh, no, he got it.
Just in time.
He got
0
it.
seconds.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
He's only 4 HP.
4 is
for the
more than
headshot
0.
fight.
4 is more than 0.
I think he's with the headshot fight. That was close.
Not going to happen. Rain still without a death. And now he's going to pick up yet another round for Penta.
Penta getting 3 rounds to start. Myth. Out of that 2 rounds, there were lots of close moments. Just a little shy. No grenade kill this time. We already had 6.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. And TeamMyth, they say, okay, let's calm it down. They're getting a bit aggressive. Let's see what they're doing. And then go for a bit of a later push. But I don't know. I think maybe a change in pace, maybe a little bit faster for TeamMyth could benefit them. Some of the slow play has left them in an awkward spot.
First round, that's okay. Second round, I said second round is okay, but starting from the 3rd or the 4th round, if you keep on losing because of time, then there's a problem. And this round again will be TeamMyth will be starting with a member less. There's Jin A long, no a room pressure. And TeamMyth did go in without a... Ooh, but there was that information from Jin. FaZe peeks out at the perfect time. Jin responds nicely. And he escaped with the smoke.
5v2. Not much hope for them. The rest of the team is slowly circling around. As they will charge through the smoke, but Jin is there, picks up 1. And Horus... Too much to ask of him, I would assume. As, yep, he'll poke out and get sniped and shot from so many different angles. That's going to be the end of that. So 4-0 now for Penta Sports, who are making a statement here on the global risk side.
Yeah, TeamMyth, they're playing as if they just lost the map. Really taking this slow. And Penta full pressure. There's Chills.
Chills is behind them with a shotgun.
In a hiding spot.
Oh no! Oh, pokes out, and he switches to the pistol, but it's going to be enough for 1 kill, at least.
Yeah, just 1 and no extra damage. And that's also because Alucard has been watching central lines at least. Oh, TeamMyth really taking their time. Maybe losing 4 in a row is coming, not really doing them any favor right now.
Yeah. Love this from Rain. Spots him. He's got the perfect angle, sprays one down. He's a thorn on their side, but Booker's going to take down 2. Making it interesting now. FaZe in the bait spot with a pistol. We know what he can do.
We'll point out Rain's play later on, but Horus, perfect place. FaZe couldn't really deliver any kills. Jin from long distance does get a headshot, but he's alone. But Horus will take care of him. Finally, TeamMyth getting a single round in the first half.
It's a little bit late, but we have seen streaky play from some of these teams before, you know. Penta had that map where they got 6 in a row, and then later on they lost 6 in a row. But I don't know, I think that Penta Sports have been playing this map much better so far. I was happy to see TeamMyth go a bit more aggressively, at least into the pillars, before slowing it down once again.
And Penta Sports, all of a sudden, no a long pressure at all. They're going to their normal spots, extending it to B room, not all the way to the pillars. Still looking to bait few of the opponents. But this is the chance for TeamMyth to actually approach into a long. There's FaZe, but not looking into a long at all. With no information from the central plaza. Don't think he will be peeking out. Yeah, Jin's pressure from the previous rounds. Yeah, Alucard making sure that doesn't happen again. But now the time, near 1 minute.
They're just taking their time. Just checking every single angle before they go for the attack, and it can be beneficial, but also somewhat predictable because now Penta are like, well, they've wasted all this time. I guess they'll just charge in from one direction. So let's have our sniper check this way, and then the other sniper checks the other way.
Yeah, but with that many angles, it's really hard to get anything done.
They are, so we can see on our screens, they are charging into A right now. They have come on in through here as a lot of damage being done. A double kill here for Booker as they get in, but they need that bomb. As he's literally just running in, trying to get the bomb, trying to get the kill at the same time. Booker with another kill.
Either you can just get the kill, but 14 seconds, C4 dropped. Again, Penguin.
Penguin.
Wrap around. Terra knows this happening.
And he gets it just barely. 7 seconds left, Penguin with the elimination. And, oh man, all these rounds are so close. TeamMyth gets another.
As Booker right now is solo carrying the team with 8 kills. Here's the entrance of Rain. Will not only trade of 1-1, but there's Terror and his teammate right next to it, but was holding a grenade, not the gun.
Yeah. In that timing, you gotta pull out the pistol, not the grenade. A little bit of a mistake, but maybe not expecting TeamMyth to be that aggressive. Jin now is looking to eliminate some low health members that might be rotating. Not quite able to do so, although FaZe is able to get one, but he's immediately traded back. So this is very good news for TeamMyth to continue their streak.
Yeah, JWoww low in HP, but with Horus and Alucard in cover. Yeah, quickly moving into the B site, but Jin is actually ready for that long distance fight. Is willing to take some chances.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they see his gun. That's going to be enough. Catch him in the corner. And now 3-4. So from here...
A triple for TeamMyth.
Yeah, could be anyone's map from here on out. I mean, I was liking what Penta was doing, but I think they got caught off guard by some of the aggression from TeamMyth.
And it really... Yep, taking it slow was incredible with careful measures, but if you're running out of time, you have to start moving up a step a little closer to the site. And taking double pillar, first of all, that's important. Central Plaza, not many grenades. Okay, Penta Sport, they should be in back positions or A room. So after checking those 2 spots now, time to work on AC. It is being smoked a couple times. Four members checking every single corner.
Yeah.
Oh, where is this Rain guy?
It's always Rain, isn't it?
Flash in.
They were watching that last... They're very suspicious of that box.
Okay, no one's there. Okay, Terror is here, though, at the bottom.
Yeah, that's the issue. They gave away their entire position, and Terror's like, okay, free kill.
Yeah, that box spray was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
That's the impact that this guy has on the opponent. It's not just Terror, there's Rain on the side.
And Rain is just innocently just in servers. Like, just a very basic defense. He's not even wrapping around.
The flash is coming. There's that smoke first. Yeah, killing the sniper angle from the B entrance. There's the jump!
Yeah, Horus gets one, but this is too good for the side of Penta. Rain is able to spray into 2 of them, and there's just not enough time. Rain comes in from behind and finishes off that kill. So 3-5, Penta able to stem the bleeding.
Well, Des, what do you think? TeamMyth still moving way too slow?
Yeah, I think that was just really obvious. I mean, I think they were just giving way too much away. The free kill to Terror as well. They felt kind of, they ran out of time, so they didn't have time to rotate. They're like, I guess we'll just push in here. But there were 3 people in servers. Like, you're not going to win that way. Not on compound.
Not in that way at all. And this time, TeamMyth, they're actually holding the ground, but they keep on losing a lot of their map percentage against Penta Sports. And I think that's been hurting them. Also running down the clock. And especially if you're from Blacklist, running out of time, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah. I also do feel like playing back on your heels as Penta with double sniper, it really does benefit them. Like, you can have Rain running around doing crazy stuff occasionally, but even just playing standard and relying on your best guys to hit their shots is it's definitely also a good plan.
Yeah. I don't think we mentioned this before, but they're taking this much time so that Alucard can actually get picks by running around the map slowly. But Penta, they actually positioned so far back that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Here's FaZe.
Okay, well there's one pick, and now FaZe does get mobbed a little bit there.
But Jin still holding a long, good amount of attention, but Booker actually wins that fight.
Yeah, Rain messed up that spray there. Jin is going to win his. On the side, he gets 2 from out in A long, but he is so low. He's up against Alucard, who's a pistol master. Oh! Never mind!
What?
That was insane.
Talk about pistol master. Doesn't matter how much HP you have, that's a headshot right there. And C4 was near A long, so Alucard had to come down.
The timing was just perfect, and he did not miss the 1 tap. And that's huge. That just gets that 1 extra round for Penta going to Blacklist. It's looking pretty good for them on this map.
Holy, that play from Jin. Yep. 5-4. It could have been 5-4. 6-3. It's a total different number now. So now Penta attacking into B site. Yeah, quite fast actually for a first round in second half. Horus.
Uh-oh. He's behind the box of destiny. The rain box.
You can only stay there for so long. Has few more in cover. Booker is in that entrance base spot. Also JWoww from the central plaza. Yeah, again, just like subbase, TeamMyth opening up the midsection.
And that's going to be Rain just waiting for the rotation. He does it again. And now Alucard, I mean, that's way too much to ask of him, but he distracts for Penguin. But now it's all up to Penguin to go 1v2, and he is spotted.
Spotted, but C4 is nearby, and Penguin might have thought that the rotation was actually going towards a B or somewhere further away. At least 1+ was.
And they popped out together. They handled the 2v1 perfectly.
And Penta getting closer to that magic number 10.
Yeah. TeamMyth much better statistically on GR, but they've lost the first round here pretty handily.
Yeah, subbase. They were totally fine. And all of a sudden coming into compound as if they lost some of their strats. But there's Horus
with the double, and JWoww's here to support. They push through. Jin in a bit of trouble, and now it's all up to FaZe. So TeamMyth, with their own aggression on GR, works out.
Coming in hot. Penguins. Don't think we have seen Penguin this much aggressive. There's a flash, but JWoww's got him covered from the side. FaZe at least picks up one more. There's that pistol headshot that we love to see. Not many snipers up on 20% headshot, but that all comes from the pistols.
Yeah. Here comes TeamMyth. They're aggressive again, and it worked in the last one, so I don't blame them for going for this. They pick off Terror. This is how you open up the map for Alucard to find picks.
Yeah, keeping Alucard in his hot hands, I think that's a very important tactic for TeamMyth. Oh, but Booker comes around. There's third headshot in a row.
That was just gross. He handled it actually perfectly. Just from left to right, he just dragged in a straight line all the way up to FaZe. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was art.
The timing was perfect. Like,
the amount of bullets, the trajectory was insane.
It was like an artist's brush stroke, you know? A brush stroke, I should say.
And TeamMyth, after those aggressions, that nade also doing a whole lot of damage on all three, trying to enter double pillar. We'll go a little further, but Horus spots them. We'll be able to get out through the window at least. Takes no damage, so that's fine. And with that information, on the other side of the map, TeamMyth trying to go slightly further into a room. And that's where the C4 is.
Yeah. TeamMyth went out, got aggressive, found picks, and they won a couple of rounds off of it. But now, getting a bit worried for them because they're leaving the middle open once again. Let's see how they handle this pressure. Pretty nice timing there on the flash, but Terror is able to enter and pick up the 2 entry kills, and now Penta will have the A site.
Penguin is still holding the A room at least, so it's going to be about the timing.
Terror is out here. That's a free kill. He was pretty low.
Now down to 3-3. Horus not see anyone, but he's got a good angle on him.
They're gonna come in from a similar angle. Penguin from the other side though, from long. As they move in, Horus spots him. Penguin gets Jin from the backside. FaZe, he's gonna try to delay it with the grenade, but it's not enough, and that is enough time now for TeamMyth to get the defuse.
TeamMyth now in
3 in a row.
All of a sudden, pretty quick rounds actually. Doing much better, much more offensive. Oh, aggressive movement from GR. They're playing the opposite today on Compound.
GR side benefiting both these teams so far on this map. And they get aggressive again here into the double pillars. Penta, I think, a lot more wary now about the way that TeamMyth are going to play this.
Just a Lucard with Booker. 2 more rifles, that double pillar.
Rain kind of jumped in there alone. Nobody was really, you know, his team was rotating to Central Plaza. He was just kind of hoping to look for it, but TeamMyth have been playing aggressively positionally wise, so don't like that jump out.
Yeah, while we have some time, I do want to talk about Rain's play. He's getting a lot of kills, 14-8, but it's with the sacrifice of his teammate. He's playing a solo game, not as much of a team game here. So it's actually hurting a lot more in terms of team play. And let's see if that hurts Penta Sports more, or it could benefit them in lots of ways too. If he's actually grabbing more kills in trade. That's always risky when you're sacrificing your own team for your own kill.
They spotted Alucard hopping around, but that's not going to help them enter here. Terror, the second one to go down.
They are holding a door, so Alucard right at the bottom. He's trying to get some action towards the sniper's nest on here.
Oh! Not quite gonna make it happen.
The timing was just awful there. The Booker with another headshot. His shots are insane on this round.
Yeah. It really helps that Booker went from the lowest fragging member in the last map to now 17 and 11. The most on his team by far. Definitely very good for a guy who's just playing with his team, you know, just hitting his shots.
Yeah, 1 nade and smoke Central Plaza. Penta while in rotation, they should hear this. And Penguin ready for any type of a room rush.
The score here should benefit TeamMyth. I like that Penta are mixing it up here. But you see that Penguin is just ready and waiting, and they will not commit to this push.
Yeah, I like the safer play here. After hearing a couple, not really wasting too much time.
There are still 3 TeamMyth members in pillars. And they're pushing into the A site right now. There's the spray from Terror.
This has to be quick. Booker's on a chase. C4 dropped in the middle. Oh, chills from the side. Horus picks it up, so it's a trade. 2-2. Phase super low. Can Jin help him out in this? C4 is not really covered. Okay, TeamMyth actually rotating. Not looking at C4. They went into B site instead. Okay, they're willing to go for the retake.
They're just backing way up for the widest rotation.
Oh, I'm loving this so much.
And that does mean that Penta do get the free plants. Let's see how TeamMyth can enter here. I think it's a little bit dangerous just because FaZe is alive with an AWM.
Yeah, Alucard, he's feeling confident. Some spray comes down. A little bit of damage.
There it is, number 7. He's got the angle on Horus through the wall. Jin picks up 2. As TeamMyth, they allow that to happen, and it does not pay off. Penta Sports, with a big round take, gets them 1 round closer to extra.
That huge rotation. I think because where the bomb was dropped at the entrance, TeamMyth, they expected Penta Sports to plant the bomb a little later. But FaZe a bold move. Let's go for the C4 and plant the bomb, see what happens. And Jin in the perfect spot. And Alucard was pretty much damaged to go enough to go down to grenade. That was an important round, moving Penta Sports up to 8. Now only 2 more to force TeamMyth into map number 3.
And you see that TeamMyth a little bit back towards the A site now. They've got 1 guy Horus checking the pillars but not committing, and the rest of them will just play passively on A, expecting another maneuver in there. But if Horus loses the fight and can't get out, and Penta Sports takes B, that's a very difficult retake.
Yeah, Horus feeling okay. Pretty good day today, and multiple times he was able to spot a couple of the members and managed to escape to B site. And again.
That's
so
very important.
Not too bad. Very safe play.
Yeah. And now it's Penta Sports who are running out of time. They spend a lot of time here dilly-dallying in mid, and that means that they will go for this push. So perhaps TeamMyth can be prepared for this, but the smokes are down.
JWoww tagged a couple.
Rain with the pistol headshot. This is working as they pummel their way into the A site. And they should be able to get this bomb down relatively easily. Someone's going to plant that, right?
They wanted to have the perfect position before Terra does. Penguin on top, Horus from the entrance.
I think he tagged Chills here. It's not a lot of damage into him, but they get one. Penguin gets another, does Horus, but now it's Horus against 2, and that's not going to be enough. Penta Sports get a 9th round, and they will secure at least extra rounds for this map.
TeamMyth, now they need 2 in a row. 4 slots into the extra rounds, and they're going in.
Oh boy.
Painful.
Yeah. And Penta are ready for it. Looks like they were expecting this.
Penta, but not knowing exactly how many are out there. Even a room is still covered by JWoww. Penguin holding a shotgun. Come at me, 38 HP, I'm okay. At this short of a distance, he can literally one-shot. But FaZe.
Oh boy. I think we're going to a 3rd map here. TeamMyth go for a bit of a risky play. And it is not paying off. Penta are responding perfectly to this. Horus gets one, but that is only one. JWoww is able to poke out. And there's Booker from the side. Okay, I mean, the C4's down now.
Oh, matching the numbers now.
All of a sudden.
From 4 to 2 now down to 2. Of course, HP situation, a little worse for TeamMyth. But not bad for Penta either. 2-2. C4 in the middle, but still a whole minute left.
You see that TeamMyth, they just backed away to group up, kind of cover each other's flanks. And then they'll go for a potential retake.
And it's FaZe with pressure. Which means that he can always play so much better.
He like powers up the less of his teammates are alive. The more damage he's taken. FaZe is in rage mode right now.
Oh. Let's see, a long push for C4. I think he wants to plant for... Yeah, it's a plant for FaZe.
Yeah.
Or the sniper spot.
Plant is coming in. Smoke is down in the window, so JWoww's going to take out Rain. FaZe not able to help, but there's the one snipe. And Booker, he's going to go for the tap. But it is FaZe after all. Can he actually get it? FaZe trying to avoid it.
Still 20 seconds, so there's some time. But Booker's got to make a decision.
You got to go. Trying to jump out, but no!
FaZe!
It's enough, FaZe. Just gonna pistol him in the head and pick up the win. That will be Penta Sports forcing a 3rd map with a dominant compound. You love to see it. Man, Penta. And here we go. We're on to Ankara. This was, I believe, the most played map that we had at the regional finals last year. And, of course, very popular map. See how much quarters fighting we get.
Yeah, Penta already extending all the way out to the office. Triple man here, and 2 from the quarters. But TeamMyth, they don't exactly know that this is happening. B-side is totally open. Alucard wrapping around the base. We'll soon find out that the immense amount of pressure from office. And no one actually looking at B long.
This might be a free kill on Alucard here. He's got no idea. And with the sniper out, not able to flick it here. So free B. And the retake will have to come in here from the side of Penta.
No one was looking at B long at all. So even though TM lost a member, I think this is actually not a bad take so far. Of course, with that trade 4-4, even better.
Penguin in this off angle here. They spot his gun, so Chill's able to pick him up. Now turning the corner with the pistol, but Horus just sprays everyone down. Able to defend very nicely against FaZe and Chills. And so leaving the entire middle of the map wide open did not work out here for Penta in the first round.
Yeah, taking down Lucard was, of course, awesome. Making it 5v4, but just completely leaving B side open, not even checking the B long once. I think that gave a lot more chances for TeamMyth to have complete position control over B site. Usually when you have 3 men, you would have the furthest back member checking B long sometimes. But I could see from the minimap that no one was turning around at all. Yeah. And again, TeamMyth taking it very slow. They do know that Penta Sports, they do love to get some snipe kills through the air duct. So making sure they have that angle somewhat smoked up. No free kills from air duct into the quarter passage.
Let's see how slow they want to take on this aggression. All 5 members now in quarters. That is a big flash onto everyone over here. But not timed correctly because the push is now coming in. But there's 3 members ready and waiting. Will it matter, though? The spray again from Horus. Now 5-0. He is going to be taken by surprise, but he already did his job.
Well responded by TeamMyth, even though there were lots of baiting spot potential. A double kill, triple kill potential by Penta. And only Terror left is spotted. Booker. Oh! Hold on.
2? Only 2.
JWoww does save today. That was close. When Terror just snuck in at a timing where they weren't really looking at the entrance at all. Still, yeah, TeamMyth 2-0 start. But we're having way too many of great start of 2-0, 3-0, 4-0s. And then the other team wins at the end.
It's just, you know, FPS things. You get a bit of momentum. You're feeling confident. You hit those shots. And then there's like that one round where you get dominated and you're not feeling as good and stuff like that. So can be a little bit streaky at times. Unless you are way better than the opponent. Which we definitely do not have here in this division, at least.
Especially not this year. As all the teams right now from EUMENA, they leveled up so much.
Definitely important, you know. Want to see a good performance at the international events and stuff like that.
As we have some rotation towards the office only, but the other 2 members still looking at the passage. I think they're trying to find the sniper first. That's FaZe, plus Terror guarding the B side again here. That flash will reveal some. Because Penta, they wanted some yard control, which did not really work out.
They're running straight into Penta. Not sure if this is going to work. They get the first one, and the entry kills are strong. Horus has just been so consistent so far.
Oh, look at the amount of troubles being used. Rain gets an easy tap there with the headshot and is able to hold B bottom on his own. C4 still has to be transferred into the site.
JWoww
just
nice.
peeks. I think he also got to see a second member.
Yeah, they can wait until the end here. Drop the bomb down. See if any of them do challenge, as here comes Chills quietly from the office, not looking the right way. Penguin able to take him down, and now Jin's got a 6 health and a dream. It's okay. I mean, that's one shot. Still 20 seconds, though.
Yeah, he's got to come in, but there's JWoww just cleaning up. 6 kills already in 3 rounds. Been acting really well. Him and Lucard, I believe. A Horus. 12 kills in total. Just those two took more than 2 rounds.
Ooh.
Now even a Lucard coming in hot.
TeamMyth coming in with a statement to start off here. Kind of like Penta did in the last one. Nice little maneuver here from Jin, as he will get that pick off onto Penguin. And he does it again, and how about a third time? Very close, there it is. He does pick it up with the pistol, so Jin, a little bit of solo carry himself.
Yeah, getting a much of a better trade. If without a Lucard, that could have been an escape through that A connector. FaZe Terror, I think they want to wait for the rotation into them. A side is totally open, but don't exactly know what the rotation is from Penta.
Yeah.
They're all the way in the other side of the map. Yeah, both teams really moving slowly. Oh, spotted. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah. Terror just one taps him. Nice from Alucard. He challenges with the flash. Didn't quite catch him. He's got a lot of time too, so he can maneuver around, try to pop someone with a quick pistol shot and try to make it 1v1.
FaZe misses the shot. He was waiting for a Lucard to make that rotation.
There's not enough of his team down for him to be clutch enough. He's not enraged enough yet.
Yeah, Chills still in the connector. Now out into the quarters. Air duct will be... Oh, and he... Oh, yeah. Does not really look at the perfect time. Both sides, 180 was covered by both 2 members of Penta there. So finally getting one down.
Yeah, nicely done. At the end of the day there from the side of Penta. Was a bit wonky, but that's how you can get the momentum going in your favor once again. Just get that one round. You don't want to get shut out. That's when it feels real bad.
And that's exactly why. The Penta Sports, they're taking it slow again, making... Yeah, both teams really being careful of A snipers. Air duct, A bottom. There are some really quick respawn snipers from GR side that does jump down for the A entrance. For those easy snipe shots. But it's been covered by both teams by smoke. You can see how much pressure, how much attention they're putting that towards the Jin at the baiting spot. Through the smoke, he can't get much.
Chills does a nice job though, and now, oh, well, the rest of them are going to be sprayed down. Lots of low health though. As FaZe, he's looking for it. There's the one tap, perfect flash, but he does go down. JWoww with a very important headshot.
And Terror responds back 1-1. JWoww versus Terror. And Terror will be the winner at the end, keeping Penta Sports up one more, 3-2 now. But oftentimes, it comes down to the final 1-1. It's not like they have an entire team sweep by winning 1v4, 1v3s. It always comes down to 1-1. And Penta, after those 2 wins, yeah, Yeah, applying some more pressure. Jin actually went through the quarter. Back into yard now. He's going back.
I have escaped.
He does escape the room.
Behind enemy lines and live to tell the tale. That, yeah, Rain, no, that's...
Yeah, just bad
That's
timing.
the wall. Yeah, unfortunate for him. As Chills is trying, but spotted now. The grenade, little chip damage here as the bomb is now down. Will be a difficult retake here from Penta.
Chills take some extra damage. Jin is also low in HP. Perfect grenade will be the 8th grenade of the day.
You're really getting excited for that 8th one.
But there's no more grenade from TeamMyth. FaZe, the spot on Lucard.
As 12 seconds, FaZe gets the 1. Terror is in, but the rest are sprayed down.
Wow.
And 4-2 is the score. TeamMyth, very strong start here on the blacklist, which you definitely can do on Ankara, but good to see they're lively with their victories here.
And TeamMyth again, not really pushing B bottom at all. That's the way to go for TeamMyth. Usually they would try the B bottom in the starting few rounds. Much slower this time against Penta. Even after taking more rounds in the first half. 53% headshot for Booker. Okay, wow, there's Rain on top. Trying to think if this is a good timing to sneak in or not.
It's what he's always thinking about. How
Where
am I gonna sneak in there?
How can I get there? Like, when do I get there and how long do I stay? So far, not doing too great. 2-6 for Rain.
Split push here, maybe?
Yeah, split push or just the fake towards a top. Because we do see C4. Slow rotation, but Penta, they're ready. They have a lot more members. And left A side open.
So Chills spots them on A, and now he's just running away. Here comes the rotation in from underneath. They
This
have
is
no
perfect!
idea. They have no idea. They have escaped.
Yeah, both teams miss each other perfectly.
Yeah.
And Penta, they 100% think this is an A attack.
Oh man.
They still don't know.
They still don't know. I think. I can't even tell if. Okay.
Now with the
looks like
smoke they know. Yeah, not with the smoke they know. They're coming in hot because they seem one from A side. This is now the timing.
Penguin kind of misses the spray, but there's still not very much time. The defuse is coming in though, and that's going to happen. What a round. Penta, cool and calm and collected. They come in and just defuse the bomb. Easy peasy.
Perfect decision making. We've seen one from Air Duct. We don't want to fight 3v2. Let's make it 2v2 and let's go for the retake now. And that's trust within your teammates.
Nobody can hit each other. Until, yeah.
Somehow he's always alive. Especially when he's fighting pistol, he usually wins.
It's because he phases in and out of reality.
Nice one there. But he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Way too good sometimes. And Alucard. Oftentimes he's been looking for those snipe shots, but always coming in as a backup instead. Now they're being somewhat aggressive. There's face down.
If you're hitting FaZe with a rifle, I mean he was pretty low, but either way, if you're able to get him out early and with a rifle, it's a great feeling. Just to eliminate that threat early on in the round.
Okay, face gone. TeamMyth. Checking, there's one on top, two on top. They still want to go for a site. 50 seconds, but still enough time for rotation. Oh, so they will instead wait. Morris trying to drag out the defending member. Perfect timing. There's the entry, A top, totally open.
It's very smooth from Horace. On the entry, checks everywhere, gets the sprays down. JWoww with the cover. This is very clean from the side of TeamMyth. They should be proud of this entry.
Yeah, strategy and the wait time was near perfect.
Yeah.
And even last time, in forced day rotation, of course, last round, Penta Sports, they won the last round, but in terms of strategy, TeamMyth, they really had the perfect rotation. Did not even get to see how Penta was rotating because it was perfectly timed. That doesn't really happen too many games. And Penta, after losing too much map information and strategy rotation from TeamMyth, yeah, they're saying, okay, we have to at least contain quarters for ourselves.
Jin is pushing. He's getting so much information here.
Yeah, this play limits the rotation from TeamMyth.
Yeah. And they say, well, nobody's even checking quarters, so stack B.
Yeah, with this, now Penta should have an idea. Okay, this is either B bottom or yard push. The office not likely because they didn't even check towards quarters. Slowly, all B bottom. There's one coming around the office. That's Horse. Terror in a slight off angle. Oh, spots a Lucard coming into B bottom. That's big. If they see a Lucard, should be other members right there.
And they all scatter. Everybody runs away. Now they don't really have control over the rest of the map, so they got to check everywhere.
Yeah, now Jin's in a pretty good bait position.
Yeah. Here he goes. And he loses the fight. JWoww with the headshot here. Catches Jin off guard.
Only 40 seconds, but I don't think they have to rush. They can still go for a choose. Oh!
But they're trying to swarm.
Already in position.
Brooker catches one, but it goes down to pistols. JWoww, 12 kills now. And they're able to isolate phase 1v2. That's not fair. But that's sometimes what you got to do. They're going to try to get this bomb down here, and they should be able to.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need here, TeamMyth. Having the perfect position and timing on the rotation. Really using the time to full terror here. On top, gets one, two more to go. Lucard coming around. That's JWoww on his back. An easy headshot. Will be the end of first half.
Yeah. Terror, he did that kind of slow approach that one time and nearly was able to catch them off guard. He caught one guy, but didn't check his flanks and didn't go fast enough. So excellently handled by TeamMyth. Now they got to be solid on the defense, on the GR side. They do have a pretty strong win rate on Ankara GR.
Yeah, TeamMyth, they're getting close to that grand final. Only 4 more rounds needed. Penta Sports, they need to catch up big time. And they're moving around the map pretty quickly, actually, from BL. Few shots lands on Rain only. JWoww has been feeling really good about his stats right now. 13 and 4.
Yeah, he's popping off. Here comes Penta up through the front yard. A couple of flashes. No committal, though.
And instead, we'll try to rotate a B bottom and also scan towards a quarter at the same time. Making sure no one's following them on the back. So yard push first.
They're going to get this bomb down, but Alucard is taking names. That's a couple of kills already. And they know the bomb is going down on Bs, so TeamMyth now swarming the area.
Let's have the bomb down. Alucard coming from the office, trying to get some more information from a B long, if it's going to be a B long plant or not. 2 down here. Wait's trying to get ready. Jules takes on Penguin. And can Rain bring down some energy? Oh no, he's going to go down with a Lucard pistol.
Terror solo. Oh, and Alucard gets another one and has 10 seconds to defuse. More than enough time. TeamMyth, they can taste it. 3 more rounds. Not so bad. A very clean hold here on GR to start.
Penta, their rotation was actually their rotation and entry towards B side was great, right? But their positioning seemed like they were covering angles where they couldn't really immediately help teammates.
Alucard maybe a bit too aggressive there, but not able to catch any heads.
Smoking his exit and then flashing just in case.
The perfect heist.
And also Horus up in this angle.
He's all up in this office.
He's always the dangerous player, but he's feeling great about his shots today. His movement just shows the confidence level. Chills back at the connector area. We just seeing the smokes, the traces of the Alucard exit. Penta actually using a lot of time. Again, they've been stopped multiple times after taking A site. After taking B site, Yard was completely stopped. B bottom, they tried it and they got flashed a couple of times and they backed out. That's all I remember.
That was scary.
Where are they actually going to go? It is only beginning of the second half, so checking for a few more. Face spot. TeamMyth, they know. They're not going to poke out of there.
Yeah.
That window is always dangerous. Oh, Terror goes in, but Alucard responds.
Yeah.
What a kill there.
And you see Horus was just waiting in the bait on the top spot. They are dealing with this so well.
Could have been a lot more dangerous, but face Jin. 2 left. C4, B long plant. Booker, Horus already from the office. Pretty quick in rotation. Well, spots 1. Good flash.
Oh, shoots him through the box, and JWoww gets a second. Just cleans it up himself. This guy is on fire. 15 kills. And 8-3 now for TeamMyth. Just 2 rounds away.
This I can do math. 3.0 KD. I don't think we have ever had 3.0. Maybe for a split second sometimes.
Yeah. Like when someone's 3-1. But
yeah, but not in this many rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a little faster. Penta Sports.
They gotta mix it up somehow.
Okay, let's see, because 2 top. TeamMyth, they do have 2 members from the office. And Alucard, not in a bad position.
Penguin's checking. They don't.
Penguin has to check this. Oh, and a headshot.
That is huge.
That's 1 down now. Alucard should be safer in the respawn. And Penguin's next to him. Plus on top, there are 2 more coming down. The bomb's down. B long plant.
Chills is kind of in no man's land. Maybe he can get something going here for Penta.
This has to be the great bait. At least 2 kills.
Oh, he didn't wait at all. No chances taken. He has learned from Rain.
The face. Does it bring down Booker. From range, but in the jump. Better trade. Penguin still saves the lap. Jin in the plant.
Nice timing. Challenging Alucard. 10 seconds, he has to hit the headshot and defuse right away.
So that's why he's jumping through, and Penguin moves out super quick. That should be enough.
Nope. No! Not quite. Not quite enough. Penta Sports, they get away with...
I thought that should be just enough. Oh, good escape then.
Wow. Nicely done.
Even with that.
A lot of smoke where they're coming through. It seems like they had a good idea this was happening. Horus with a very nice spray. Make it 3.
Oh, he's on a rage mode now.
Yeah. He's like, nobody take my kills. Number 4.
And number 5.
Come on, you got to give it to him.
No, JWoww's coming.
No. Not you, JWoww. Don't do it. He did it. I can't believe he did it. It's okay. He's trying to keep that 3.
That's 9 now for TeamMyth, even though they just lost one.
Yeah.
They swarmed through in 30 seconds or so.
A very dominant map here so far from TeamMyth.
Penta needs 5 in a row to force us into extra rounds. TeamMyth, they're already thinking about the grand finals.
Chills. Aggro play, but it looks like they may have seen him. Nice little flick to try, but now TeamMyth run into quarters. FaZe, he is enraged.
Under pressure. No, 3-3. Still C4 held by Penta Sports, but map information, yeah, TeamMyth, they do have some more. Alucard slowly moving because he is indeed alone from the yard side. Oh, but still jumping into the center line. Okay.
Yeah.
TeamMyth, they do feel that this is going to be a B attack. Gotta watch for that yard angle.
Yeah, they've cleared out a lot.
FaZe actually was not looking into that diagonal line there. And because of the flash, TeamMyth, all of them actually managed to go into B. FaZe misses his shot.
He missed from behind. The classic. And Jin now, Jin and FaZe. They're going to try to 2v2 this and extend their lifespan in this series. Jin, he gets the headshot.
Up to Alucard. Was actually rotating slightly. Oh, spots FaZe.
Oh, the headshot from long range, and they keep their chances alive. Penta Sports, just 4 more to tie it up.
Have to go all the way. Let's see if TeamMyth... No, they're not willing to stop. They're actually coming out from B bottom, trying to control the center passage. Yeah, being passive, FaZe just looking all the way from the back. But the smokes are covering the angle, so it's going to be really hard. Yeah, Chills all the way from with his teammate. FaZe and Chills together. With that smoke, they have a... TeamMyth should know that they're in the defensive mode towards A quarters only.
Yeah, just waiting it out.
Because TeamMyth, they're very close to 10. Penta, they're actually from PL. They're waiting for the action to be made from TeamMyth's side. But after some time, now they realize, okay, TeamMyth, they're taking it seriously, even though there is some gap between the round score. Okay, pretty good smoke, so they can go under. And if Rain fires some shots towards A, they could really throw them off.
Yeah. I think they've got a nice little plan here. Down through B bottom, it's a very passive hold on B. Alucard is just looking with the sniper. From the top here as well.
Yeah, Rain really working it. TeamMyth, they have... I think it's going to be an A attack instead of perfect flash timing on Alucard. It's not the only one, but they did let this happen. Rain takes some damage, but as long as he makes an escape, with that information, Horus comes in as help.
Still, yeah, they gotta get in there though. 5v4. Here come the...
Chills in a bait spot, gets 1.
Just the one he's looking for. Horus gets 2. That's huge. FaZe is up here on the stairs. I mean, this is not enough time. FaZe is being spammed through, but Terror takes that moment to just spray a couple of them down. Penta Sports, they will stay alive in this one as Jin will clean them up. Penta Sports, 6-9.
Is this the beginning of the real chase up to 9? for the extra rounds. I mean, for now, Penta Sports, they seem collected. And that's what you need under pressure. If you lose one, that's the end of the tournament, but just erase that from your head. Play every single round to your best. And TeamMyth actually pressuring out to the air duct. Might get caught the moment you step out. There's phase.
Yeah. This is working for Penta, where they just wait on their hind legs and just wait for TeamMyth to get impatient. And then they just go for a push a little bit later on. So just continue with what's working. Run out the clock and go for your push.
I'm also surprised that TeamMyth. Oh! The office controlled by Jin entirely. I was about to say TeamMyth, they drew the line towards BL, but not extending more further. There's some respect towards Penta, but the moment they do, yeah, Jin takes down 2.
And Penta are still not moving. They are just really waiting this one out. I mean, there's no rush for them. They still have 55 seconds. It's more than enough time. They might run straight into TeamMyth, though, who have held their ground. Well, that makes it 5v2.
Yeah, at that number 9, it's also a magic number as you want to finish the map now. And just win it. Penta's using the reverse psychology.
This should be an easy plant, no issue. Rain is about to run into JWoww, who spots him. Does a bunch of damage, and well, that was actually Penguin, who does get it down, but...
Yeah, that took long enough though, and 10 HP only. Chills. Bullet to end his life right there. Now, all of a sudden...
9-7. Unbelievable.
From 9-4.
Just like that. The streaky nature.
But TeamMyth still on a match point. Only needs 1. But sometimes that 1 is the toughest thing.
Yeah. If I'm TeamMyth, I throw 2 on A and 3 on B and see where they come in and just try to win the straight up firefight. It looks like they are going to kind of take that to heart. They're stacking B.
Yeah, sometimes it's actually better to do this or even to leave a side open, like 0-5, so that they can actually make sure and have a higher percentage of winning one side.
Yeah, you just don't want to get picked off, and you have been poking your head out a little bit too much, and Penta's been getting too many free shots on you.
And this is the moment where you are still winning, but you're being chased. And when you start to feel that, you start to miss a lot of your shots, and you make weird decisions all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And that has been TeamMyth for the last 2 rounds. Now that the shot call has been made, okay, leave 1, Booker. You're still feeling great about A, okay? You stay there. Other 4, we're going to defend B, because for the previous round, it has been B focused.
And they are stacked.
Yeah, Taurus Yard is. It's gonna be bloody.
Here we go. Alucard, 1 shot. Penguin with a headshot. FaZe goes down 2. This is it.
That's it. Rain is alive, but it is now 1v4.
There's no way.
Booker spots him. A top.
They even know where he is. He's trying to flash. He's running in. Down he goes. TeamMyth will take the match, and we'll move on to the finals of this CFSIO 2022. It was close. They were being chased, but they got the job done.
What's the perfect call? 4 men down and Alucard showing up big. And that entry, even with the perfect flash, it was going to be very tough with 2 members up in yard and from the B side. This shows that you literally carried the team on this map.
Yeah. Well, that was match number 2. We do have 1 grand final match here in this tournament. And that will be, of course, TeamMyth up against Anubis Gaming. But that will happen after a break. We will be right back.